Hey there, CJ Maurer with The Gist. Welcome back to another one of our strategic HubSpot tutorials. Today we're going to get really simple and basic. We're going to talk about tasks, task management, and task queues in HubSpot. Let's dive in. Okay, so tasks has been essentially like a foundational CRM function in HubSpot for a long time. If you're inside your portal, you hover over CRM, you go down to tasks, and there they are, right? Everybody knows what tasks are, why we need to use them. Couple of things that people really need to understand. Number one is tasks can be created in a variety of ways, right? You can literally go to tasks and create tasks, or you can be in an actual record and create tasks. Like if you're working a deal, you move it to a new stage, you're in there like, okay, I know I need to follow up in 3 weeks, create a task, boom. Like if managers or other team members need to create tasks, and tasks can be created through workflows. So if I go to workflows right here, I'm going to create a new workflow from scratch. I'm going to do a contact-based workflow. And I'm going to trigger it from a form submission. So we're going to say anytime somebody, what do we want to do? Let's do like request a quote. Oh, we don't have that. All right, request a quote. So anytime somebody fills out the request a quote form, we're going to pick from a variety of actions. Now, in this instance, we're probably going to assign the lead, create a deal, send an internal notification, maybe send an automated email back to the lead. But we know that we want to create a task. So I'm going to create a task that says follow up with, and I'm going to use personalization tokens because we know that first name and last name were a required field in that form. So there's no way somebody could have filled out that form without putting in their first name and last name. So I'm going to add both of these. We can say, is it a call, an email, or just a general to do? We're going to say it is due immediately in this case, and we're going to send an email reminder immediately. Then we can add more notes here. I'm going to say this contact just requested a quote through our website. And you can add other things, like you can just restate. This is something that we do all the time, like first name, last name, company name, role, and if you have a message in your form. So that way, I happen to know that all of these fields are required in the form. So the person who the task is being assigned to, right, can easily see, oh, this was CJ Maurer from The Gist. He's a marketing leader. Here's what he said. Obviously, you can go back and look at the form submission to get the rest of the data, but it's just a good way. It's a nice thing to do to make it easily visible for your team. Now, this is cool. Task queues. We'll talk about this in a second, but you can organize your tasks into different groups. This is really valuable whenever you have like collaborative tasks. One, maybe a manager wants to see everything going on with like in the prospecting queue or the client onboarding queue. And it's also good for people within those teams to support one another, reassign things and jump in and help maybe if somebody is out. I'm going to put this in the prospecting queue. I'm going to say priority is high, and I'm going to assign this task to a specific user, and I'm going to assign it to myself. Cool. First of all, let's just acknowledge that there's a lot of ways where you can control how tasks are created, who they're assigned to, and how they're organized in different queues and priorities. Pretty simple. Now, once you have those assigned, you can go into your tasks and work them. Now, remember that every time a task is assigned, you can program it to email the person that it was assigned to. So most of the time, if a task comes to you, a user in your portal, that user will receive an email notification, but they can get other notifications too. So normally I could just go into, let's go into this company record. I'm in Evan's group here, right? And I'm going to go over to activities, and I'm going to go to tasks, and I can see right here, this is my task. Just a reminder that we've yet to do a quarterly business review. Please reach out. Oh shoot, this was due a while ago, May 26th. The day of this recording is August 15th. Obviously this is a demo portal, so you understand. But now I have all of the information I need right here, and I can complete the task and mark it as closed. And you can do that anytime you're in any record. Another cool thing to do is start your tasks. So when I click Start Tasks, this is one of my favorite little simple features in HubSpot. It's going to take me through all of my tasks one by one, right? So first, it's taking me to schedule QBR for Evans Group Holdings. So maybe what I'm going to do is I'm going to schedule this. I obviously don't connect my calendar to a demo portal, but I'll schedule that, boom, mark it as complete, and then I'm going to hit next. And it's going to take me into my next task, which is called Send Contract. And it's an email task, so it has already opened up an email. So now I can choose who I'm sending it to. I can say test email, and I can fire it off, right? Very, very simple. Once again, this is a demo portal, so I don't send real emails out of this. But let's say for some reason, I don't actually need to do this. I could skip it, or I can reschedule it. I can say, you know what, I actually don't need to do that for another week. So I'm gonna hit save, I'm gonna reschedule that and go into my next. And then here's another task. So basically, like if you can control how tasks are created and assigned, then you can block out like task follow-up time, right? A lot of people do this. If you're in sales, you maybe block out prospecting time. You maybe block out admin time. HubSpot makes it super easy because you can literally just go into your tasks and do them one by one by one by one. No more like scanning through your email inbox to look for messages that you haven't responded to. No. Every time you need to create a task, you create one. You know that workflows are creating tasks for you. So it's all funneling into your task queue and you can just manage them. So we're a big fan of tasks and task management. We help a lot of our clients set this up. Hopefully you found this valuable if this sounds like something that your team needs to do. So that's tasks. Pretty simple. Once again, I'm CJ Maurer with The Gist. We love making these videos. If you found this valuable, please like and subscribe. It helps us and it helps more people like you get access to all of our free tutorials who are trying to get the most value out of their HubSpot CRM. And if you want to see an awesome strategic use case delivered neatly into your inbox every single Monday morning, subscribe to the Spotlight. There is a link in our description. It is a really, really awesome weekly newsletter that sends one of these videos and breakdowns every single week. Thanks a lot. See you soon.